Jeff Benedict and Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is a name synonymous with golf, extraordinary success, and marital infidelity. Ever since emerging on the scene as a golf wunderkind, Woods' life, both professional and private, has been scrutinized and scorned by the entire world. Woods took a break from golf once his personal scandals emerged. Now, he's back on tour. Has he changed? Does he have what it takes for a successful comeback? To answer those questions, we must understand the talent, hard work, and success that catapulted Woods to the very top of the sporting world. And then, we'll see what led him into troubled waters. Blink number 1. Tiger Woods was primed at a young age to become an incredible golfer. Born in 1975, Tiger Woods was destined to do one thing: play golf. His training began more or less from day one. His parents ensured that nothing would stand in the way of his success. At the age of 2, Tiger was able to gracefully swing a golf club, which he learned from simply observing his father, Earl Woods. There's no doubt that this influenced his future success, laying down the foundation for an incredible career before he even understood what it was that he was learning. Repeated exposure to live demonstrations has been shown by neuroscientists to have a big impact on a child's development. By the age of 1, Tiger had already spent 100 to 200 hours observing his father's technique. At 11 months, Tiger grabbed the tiny golf club his dad had crafted for him and headed into the garage to swing at a ball. At the tender age of 2, Tiger was spending 2 hours a day at the driving range. His dad contacted one of the local news stations and asked reporter Jim Hill to come and take a look at Tiger's swing. It didn't take Hill long to realize that there was something special about the little 2-year-old. Impressed, Hill decided to put Tiger on his TV program. And Tiger, despite being quiet and shy, left a lasting impression on the audience with his golf swing. At the time, Hill made a prediction. This young man is going to be to golf what Jimmy Connors and Chris Evert are to tennis. The road to success is long and hard, but it can be even tougher with overbearing, relentless parents set on seeing their child reach the top. In the coming Blink, we'll see how Earl Woods was exactly that kind of parent. Blink number 2. Earl Woods was a controlling father and placed immense pressure on his son to become successful. Earl Woods had big ambitions for his son. He wasn't afraid of letting the public know about his plans, nor did he shy away from questionable methods to ensure Tiger's success. During his school years, Tiger had few friends and was forbidden from joining in team activities. Since golf is a solitary sport, Tiger spent much of his childhood and teenage years isolated from the other children, who were mostly engaged in team sports like baseball or football. Tiger's only companions were his parents and his golf instructors. These instructors were among America's best, and they agreed to train Tiger at no cost because of his undeniable talent. He also had to endure a kind of psychological warfare with his father. When Tiger was 11 years old, his dad regularly subjected him to militant psychological tests. He'd swear at his son, saying he was useless, and even call him the N-word. These tests were to ensure that Tiger would grow up mentally tough and be able to withstand any intimidation from other competitors. The history of golf is freighted with racial bias. The PGA Tour, which organizes all professional golf tournaments in America, didn't desegregate until 1961. And the Augusta Country Club, which hosts the annual Masters Tournament, one of golf's 4 big international competitions, didn't allow black membership until 1990. So, it's clear why Earl Woods attempted to inure his son to racism, both overt and covert. However, Earl also turned Tiger into a symbol of racial integration. Earl claimed that by dominating one of the world's whitest sports, Tiger would break down racial barriers that had withstood decades of civil rights activism. Indeed, Earl said that Tiger would change the world more than Muhammad Ali, Martin Luther King, and Nelson Mandela. This put an impossible burden on the young Tiger Woods, a burden that would have been too much for anyone. Blink number 3. By the time he reached college, it was obvious that Tiger would change the game of golf. Throughout his school years, Tiger's skills grew with every amateur tournament he played, and public recognition of his talent grew too. The question wasn't if he would go pro, but when. Tiger was 16 years old when he played his first PGA Tour competition, making him the youngest person to have ever participated in the event. He won his first U.S. Amateur Open when he was 18, shortly before attending Stanford University on a golf scholarship. Not only was Tiger the youngest golfer to have won the U.S. Amateur Open, he was also the first African American to do so. His achievement showed that Earl's claims about Tiger's ability weren't entirely unfounded, and Earl grew even brasher. He continued to push the race angle and compared Tiger to boxer Joe Louis, even though Tiger had no interest in fulfilling this role as a hopeful beacon for Black America. Rather, he was only focused on his personal success, and after winning the Open, pursued a major in economics at Stanford. After 2 years of college, Tiger decided to go pro. This was around the time he won his third U.S. Amateur Open. Earl insisted that Tiger was always free to choose what he wanted to do, but there was undoubtedly a remarkable amount of pressure to quit his education and earn money, since his parents could not afford to finance his touring schedule. When Tiger turned pro in 1996, he received a 5-year endorsement deal worth $40 million from Nike and one worth $20 million from Titleist. His value increased by $60 million over a single night, before he even played his first round of professional golf. In all of sporting history, no other athlete, let alone a golfer, had become so rich in such little time. Blink number 4. Tiger's professional prowess helped enable troubling behavior in private. Tiger Woods was becoming an unstoppable force. At age 21, he entered his first Masters tournament and won. All this success, however, came at a personal cost. As he continued to win, Tiger's global fan base grew, cementing his standing as a force to be reckoned with. He was so good that at the age of 24, he achieved what had only been done 4 times before in golf history. He won a career Grand Slam. That is, he won the 4 major international tournaments, 3 of them in 2000 and the Masters in 2001. Tiger was relentless in his practice and was never satisfied with his success. Indeed, after becoming the sport's top player, he asked Butch Harmon, his swing coach, to entirely remodel his swing. Many of Tiger's opponents were intimidated by his sheer determination and keen focus. Earl Woods had truly achieved his goal of making Tiger mentally powerful. However, Earl's ruthless tactics in shaping the world's best golfer also contributed to Tiger's misbehavior in his private life. Due to his achievements, winning tournament after tournament, Tiger was making a lot of money. He was also becoming popular with a string of beautiful women, whom he pursued despite having a wife and kids. In 2004, Tiger married Ellen Nordegren and entered into what looked like a loving and wholesome family life. But behind closed doors, Tiger was having sexual rendezvous with other women, in hotels, apartments, and even in his own house. He behaved as if he were above the rules. His immense success, coupled with a lack of intimacy throughout his formative years, led to this highly reckless and damaging behavior. While Tiger's careless behavior didn't impact his performance in golf, it did have a profound effect on his life in general.